connection together. We are all welcome here today. So everyone is encouraged to engage with our soul work materials found on the bookshelf in the rear of the sanctuary. Many folks of all ages find that busy hands make for a calm body and a focused mind. As we settle in, please remember to silence any electronic devices. If you're new here, we're glad you found us and hope that in this community you may experience the warmth and love of this congregation. If you'd like to learn more about us, you can find our newcomer form by scanning the QR code in the order of service. And we invite you to pick up a welcome bag from the credenza in the back on your way out. Please take note of the announcements printed in your order of service, and you can also scan the QR code to see the full list of announcements in this week's newsletter. And finally, you're invited to fill out the blue Joys and Sorrows slips in the baskets on your pews, and drop them in the basket at the rear of the sanctuary on your way out, and we'll include them in next week's service and pastoral prayer. I now invite the music of our choir to draw us deeper into this moment as we enter in worship together.
Good morning. Ooh, hi. I have so much sound now. Welcome. As I said earlier, I am Jessica Lakeman. I use she, her pronouns, and I serve as your Director of Lifespan Faith Development here at Church of the River. Our call to worship this morning comes from the words of Robin Wall Kimmerer, American botanist, writer, and enrolled member of the Citizen Potawatomi Nation and author of the book, Braiding Sweetgrass. When we speak of the land as a community, we may begin to think differently about our relationship to it. We may begin to ask not, what can we take, but what does the land ask of us? Knowing that you love the earth changes you. It activates you to defend and protect and celebrate. But when you feel that the earth loves you in return, that feeling transforms the relationship from a one-way street to a sacred bond. In a world that gives us maple syrup, we are called to be the people who give back, who make choices that honor the gift. Now, if you will all rise in body and spirit, as you are willing and able to sing hymn number 21 in the gray hymnal, For the Beauty of the Earth. may be seated. Thank you. And as happens in life, I skipped something. Will you please join me in our chalice lighting words printed on the inside cover of your order of service? We light this chalice for the challenge of freedom, the goal of equality, and the warmth of community. May all who gather here offer and find the blessings of acceptance, loving kindness, and a grateful heart. Thanks, y'all. Fast forward, sing the song. Welcome back. I have a story for you today. A few years ago, a group of people decided they wanted to build a garden together. Not just any garden, but a shared garden. A place where food could grow. A place where they could gather. A place they could point to and say, we made this together. They met about it more than once. They brought ideas and sketches, things they had seen work in other places. Some people had gardened before. Some had never planted anything. And like most groups trying to build something together, they wanted it to go well.
We should come up with a plan.
So they did. They asked what felt like the most important question. What is the best way to make sure this works? And slowly, a plan took shape.
If we all grow the same thing, it will be easier.
And that made sense, right? One set of instructions, one set of variables. This is smart gardening here. They could learn one way of caring for it. They could water everything the same way, harvest it at the same time. It would be efficient, it would be predictable, it would be manageable.
Everything will fit.
And maybe underneath that, there was another hope too. If everything is the same, maybe nothing will go wrong. So they chose one kind of plant. They cleared the land, turned the soil, planted row after row after row. And at first, it worked beautifully.
Hey, this is working.
And it was. It was working exactly as they planned. Have any of you ever had a moment like that? Yeah. Where you have a plan and everything's going smoothly, it's calm, it's easy, everything is falling into place. Until it doesn't. That is where the people planting this garden found themselves. One morning, something didn't look right. A few of the plants were struggling.
That's probably nothing.
But it wasn't. It wasn't nothing. Because here's the thing, when every plant is the same, whatever affects one plant, you know where this is going, affects all the plants. And slowly the change spread. The same thing that had made everything so simple made everything fragile. They tried to fix it. They worked harder. They did everything that they knew how to do. Because they all knew the same thing. The same one way to respond. Every solution was the same solution.
We made something that only works when everything goes exactly right.
Uh-oh. It's something that doesn't know how to change.
And in moments like that, when things aren't working the way we hoped, we're often invited to show up for one another in new ways. One of the ways we practice that here is through generosity, through giving what we can so that something shared can continue to grow. We now take an offering that allows us to exercise that all-important generosity of spirit and to support this church and its many ministries. Donations may be made by placing cash or a check in the offering basket as it comes to you, or by scanning the QR code in your printed order of service. The gifts of the congregation will now be most gratefully given and received.
Wise and
whatever it is that you are carrying with you today, the things that feel whole and the things that feel fragile. You don't carry them alone. That is the beauty of our community. They are held here, together. A community that is still learning how to grow. We are still learning how to care for what is flourishing and how to tend what is struggling. We are a community that does not always get it right. But we keep showing up for one another anyway. All of this, what is growing and what is struggling, shapes how we show up in this space, in this gathering, on this day. Because we don't all show up the same way, right? Even in this room, we don't all feel connected to the world in the same way. We each have different things that light that spark within us when we feel connected to something bigger than ourselves. So we're gonna try something. Y'all know me. We're gonna try something together, but Laura and I are gonna demonstrate first, okay? And then we'll do it together. So, I'm gonna ask a series of questions and I'm gonna give you something to do. So Laura and I are gonna demonstrate. So, if you are someone who feels connected to the world when you are asking questions and learning the answers. Why are we here? What is the meaning of life? What happens after we die? If those are the things that spark that thing in you, then you will start a path. Not yet, this is the demo, but you got the idea? Yeah. So those folks are gonna keep patting. And then, if you're someone who connects through beauty, through things like music and art and nature, if you're the kind of person who will pull over on the side of the road to watch that glorious sunset because it is just too beautiful to miss that moment, then you are gonna add a clap. Right? And that'll keep going. And then, if you are someone who connects through being with other people, through working together, through doing good works out in the world together, if you're the kind of person who comes to church mostly for hanging out in the Mississippi River room after, and like chatting and getting to find out what's going on in people's lives, because it is when you're connecting with people that you feel lit up, then you'll get to snap. Okay, you get the idea? So we're gonna have these different noises going. We're gonna try it, it's gonna be great. Now here's the thing. Maybe you're sitting there and you're like, but Jessica, I feel connected when I do all of those things. Well, then you get to choose, right? You can pick one for today, for this exercise. You can pick two and alternate between them. You could do all three. You could pat and clap and snap, pat and clap and snap. You can do whatever you want, okay? So, now you got the idea? Okay, I'm gonna tell you again. All right, I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, so now this is your time. So if you are someone who feels connected to the broader, wider world, who gets that goosebump sense when you are asking those big questions, wondering about the world, engaging in that philosophical conversation. You're going to pat. Keep that going. And if you are someone who connects through art, through music, beauty, and nature, then you're going to clap. Okay, keep going. And finally, if you are someone who feels connected to that bigger, wider world when you're with people, engaging, talking, learning their stories, then you're gonna snap. If I snap near my mic, then you can hear it. Listen. You can change up the rhythm if you want to. Nicely done. Okay, thank you. Well done, y'all. Give yourselves a round of applause. Like, you did a really good job. Now, would that have been as interesting if we only had one of those sounds? No. No. Because none of those ways is any better than the others. But if we only had one, then we wouldn't know how to respond to everything that life brings. And what you just heard, all those different ways of showing up, of connecting, that is what the people in the garden didn't have at first. But that's what they had to begin to learn. They didn't fix it right away, but they kept showing up. And one day, right at the edge of the garden, they noticed that something new was growing.
Oh, we should probably pull that out.
Because it didn't belong.
Or maybe we leave it?
Maybe. They did. So they decided to leave it. And they noticed it held the soil differently. It survived differently. And there wasn't just one. There were many different shapes, different colors, different ways of growing. And slowly, the people began to change too.
This is harder.
It is. Because different plants have different needs, right? This was the whole issue they were trying to avoid in the first place. They could just have one watering schedule and they didn't have to worry about it. But that didn't work. And so they learned. They had to learn new ways of caring, new ways of listening to one another.
Not everyone sees this the same way.
And that started to matter. Because when there was space for those voices, for those other ideas, the garden changed. It was no longer neat. It was definitely not predictable. But it was strong. It was thriving.
But this is not what we planned.
No, it wasn't. And life often works out that way. Often, the beauty is not in what is planned. It is what happens when we open ourselves to the possibilities that present themselves. The garden wasn't what they had planned, but it was working in ways that they hadn't even known to hope for. Because it could hold more than one kind of life, more than one way of being. And if you have ever been a part of a community, which, yes, you are, because you're here, you might recognize that kind of garden. We create different spaces, different opportunities for engagement, different ways to show up because we need all of it. We need those who ask the big questions, who wonder what that big picture is. They help us dream and they help us vision. And we need those who are drawn to connection through beauty, through art, through music. Without them, these services would be not nearly as enjoyable for many of us. Thank you, choir and musicians and music director. Can y'all even imagine what this community would be without those who came and share of themselves through music, through creation? And we need those who connect by being with people, by doing good work in the world, by doing justice work, by creating change. Jake, where are you? Because without them, where is the drive to do better? They keep pushing us forward. And that's the only kind of community that truly works, is one that has space for all of those different types of connection and interaction. We must make room for one another. And maybe that is what we are all here to keep learning. Yeah? Because do we do it perfectly? I mean, we try so hard, and we are Unitarian Universalists, so some of us might have a really strong perfectionism streak. But the beauty is not in the perfection. It is in what grows. When we create a world where we all have space to show up. In ours, some might refer to it as a blue boat home. It doesn't ask us to be the same, but invites us to live together in all of our differences. And one of the ways that we practice that is by bringing our different parts together. So as we sing Blue Boat Home here together in a moment, we are going to have an opportunity to do just that.
So some of you are holding props that you might be a little curious about. If you have one, hold it up now.
And if you don't have one, but you would like one, there's a bit of a monopoly happening down here. Yeah, look around. First of all, look around if there's any abandoned. Ooh, yeah, right there.
All right.
Yeah. Miss Laura,
So everyone that has one is holding it up. Oh, here comes Paula with more. Yep.
Oh, Paula has more.
The training
Amazing.
for this activity has been finished. That's all you need to know how to do. Hold that up. So you'll notice on one side of your prop, there's a QR code, and that'll take you to the resource page on our website. And there you're going to find, among other great information, some green resources and ways that we can participate together locally for environmental justice. And on the other side of your prop is a sort of element. And as some of you know this beloved hymn already, and as we sing it today, I just want you to hold up your prop when you feel a connection to whatever the lyric is. And if you hold it up the whole time, that's great. If you try to match the lyrics, that's great. But we've all got different elements and different structures that make up our blue boat home. So let's give this a try. Hymn number 1064 in the teal hymnal, Blue Boat Home. Please rise in body or spirit.
This for this next verse. Come on, y'all. You got props. Starry seas. All right, last one. I want to see all those prompts. Well done, y'all. Before Laura extinguishes our chalice, I'm going to remind you that we have a delicious lunch waiting for us from Imagine Vegan, complete with gluten-free options. And the face painters are here. And we're going to have a variety of other activities and our beautiful story walk that Laura has set up. So, as Laura extinguishes our chalice, I invite you to join me in our chalice extinguishing words printed on your order of service. As we extinguish this flame, may the spirit of freedom guide our actions. May equality be our constant pursuit. And may the bonds of community remain strong. May we carry the blessings of acceptance, loving kindness, and a grateful heart that we may offer them to a bruised and hurting world. Amen, and blessed be. Go now out into the world, not seeking sameness, but making space for difference. Not expecting easy answers, but staying open to what may grow. And trusting that in this shared life, in all of its beautiful complexity, is stronger when we grow together.